So we just walked through the basic steps of how to get your students up and organized with folders in Drive. And now we're actually going to take a look at your own Drive, and I'm going to walk you through how to organize your folders and your class folders in Drive. So right now I'm in my main Drive page, and I'm actually going to click on Shared with Me. And when I click on Shared with Me, I'm going to be able to see all of those folders that my students have created that they have shared with me. And if you remember in the last video, we created a folder and we gave the teacher viewing and editing permission of the documents. So I've created a couple of mock student examples of folders. And what I want to just show you here is just a simple way to keep organized and manage these folders. Right now they're all in one place on the Shared with Me page. So what I want to do first is I want to create my own folder, and I'm going to call that Cooper Block 3. And this is going to be the folder that's going to be managing all of my Block 3 students. I can do a few things with this folder. By right-clicking on the folder, I can open it. I can open it in an additional app. I can create a new folder within it. I can share that folder. I can start to make it important. I can move it, rename it, or change the color. So this is kind of a cool feature on Drive. And I'm actually going to color code my folders to make them easier to find. So I'm going to make this one green. So my Block 3 students are going to be color coded green. I'm going to right click on that again. I can also mark the folder as unviewed, download it to my computer, or I can delete it by clicking remove. So what you'll notice is I created this folder in my Drive. Now if I go back to Shared with Me, I can select all of my Block 3 students and actually drag their folders into my Cooper Block 3 folder. So when I go back up to my Drive, there's my Cooper Block 3 folder in my Drive, and when I click on it, I can view all of those students' folders and the work that is in them that has been shared with me prior to me creating that Cooper Block 3 folder. Now, I can move my students' folders if I go back to that folder. If I right-click on this student's folder, I can do the same things that I could do to my Cooper Block 3 folder. So if I want to remove a student, I can delete their folder here, and I can also move that student's folder by clicking Move To and selecting where I want to move it. And create an additional folder called Cooper Block 2. And I'm actually going to change that color to blue. Then I'm going to go into Shared with Me, and I'm going to drag Benjamin Franklin's folder into Cooper Block 2. Now, right now I'm on the Shared with Me page, and what I'm able to see is I'm able to see all of the files of all my students that are shared with me. However, if you look next to the student name and the class, you'll be able to see which folder, and it's even color coded, which folder these other folders are part of. So if I go back to my Drive and I click on Cooper Block 2, I can see that Benjamin Franklin's folder has been added. Now, what if I want to create a folder that I can actually share out with my students? I'm going to show you how to do that. So I am on my Drive page, and I'm going to create another folder. And it's also another option to, as you create documents on your Drive, to share those out individually, which is fine. But you can also assign viewing rights to a specific folder, and like I had mentioned before, once you assign the rights to that folder, any document that you put in there will be shared out to or other email addresses that have been assigned to it. So let's say my new folder is book report assignments for the year. And every month I'm going to put the book report assignments and their rubrics inside this folder. So there's book report assignments. And what I want to do is just click on that. And as you can see, there are no files here. I can upload documents with this arrow, put any existing documents into the folder. But I'm going to go back to my drive and I'm going to click on the box. And in the previous video, what we did to share was we clicked more and we went down to share. Well, there's another way to do this. You can actually just click on the share button up here. And now I'm going to assign sharing rights for my book report assignments folder. Now, I'm going to invite people, and I want to invite all of the students that are in my Cooper Block 2 class. Well, in order to do that, I need all of my students' Gmail addresses. A simple way to collect those is once you have your students set up Gmail accounts, create a simple spreadsheet on Drive and just have each student, after they create their Gmail account, go into the spreadsheet. You could set it up on a back computer in your class or on a Chromebook, and you could just have the student enter their name and their Gmail address. And what you need to do is just go into the column where all of your addresses are and then copy them. And then go back into Drive and paste them in. So now all of those people who I have invited to view my book reports folder will be able to then open it and have access to any documents inside that folder. So since these are not real email addresses, I'm going to actually add my real one. Okay, and I am going to notify this particular student that they are being added to the book report assignments folder. And what I want to do here is just change the sharing options. Right now, this student can edit my book report assignments, and I don't want that. I want them to be view only. So I'm going to change that so that all my students can just go into that folder to view what I've put in there for them. And then I'm going to send. And all of the students that are able to view this particular folder will be listed here. I'm going to click done. And I can always go back in and add new students or remove students if I need to. And then it's indicating to me that that is a shared folder. So now if I just go back to my student folder and go to shared with me, you will see that book report assignments is now me. My teacher has shared that book report assignments folder with me, and then I can click on it whenever I need to access that and view whatever documents my teacher has put in there for me. So that's just a brief overview of how to create folders, manage and share them with your students. As we move forward, we're going to take a specific look at documents and how to share documents, and also how to add feedback and edit documents. But for now, these two videos will show you how to get organized on your Drive.